Uh, Hello everyone, here I'm going to talk about Jumbo Wild. Actually, this Jumbo Valley, which is located in the wilds of British Columbia, is in Persils Mountain. These mountains has long been famous for its beauty and significant spiritual terms. Katunama Nation used to call it as Katumak, which is the home for bears and spirit. However, Jumbo Valley is one of the only two remaining area in North America where bears can roam freely and run there. But U.S. permanent development of valley try to reduce the population of the bears so that they can make so that they can make a so that they can make the sky resort there. But after this, local people, First Nations, skiers, riders, alpinists fought against this for more than 25 years. As Jumbo Valley is one of the places which is safe for the bears, and if the sky resorts come there, then it will reduce the population of the bears there, and it will put an adverse effect on the environment also. Here I have two into two stakeholder matrix, which shows that there are four main aspects in this scenario. As we know that 2 into 2 matrix is based on power and interest, so I will discuss about power and interest into this scenario. As I mentioned earlier, that US permanent government wants to make a sky resort in Jumbo Valley because government has high pressure and high interest in this scenario. So government is the main body, but on the other hand, the First Nations and the skiers have not so much interest, and they also not have so much power in this scenario. If we put a little light on the investors, then we see that they have a great interest in this project and they want to make a sky resort in that place, but they don't have so much power. Instead, they have the more interest, but they don't have so much power to complete this project. Lastly, I will say that for completing the project, the investors and the government tried a lot to do there, but till that time, the court also gave them a particular time to complete this project, and they gave them deadline. But till that deadline, the investors were and the government were not able to complete the project. That's why the First Nations and the local peoples won the case, and the process to make the sky resort there was denied. Now I'm going to talk about the three principles. Firstly, according to principle of legitimacy, it is the society. It is a society who gives any business power and legitimacy. But if something happens wrong with it, then if something wrong happens within society, then the society has the right to take the power back. The same happened with the Jumbo Valley project. When society felt that the project was wrong with the society, then they refused to complete it, and they also opposed the government and the investors at that time. Secondly, there is the principle of public responsibility, in which business and corporations are responsible for its results, and they should be, and at that time they can refuse to complete the project. In the same way, they denied to enter in their area and to complete the project to the government and the investors. Secondly, there is the principle of public responsibility, in which business and corporations are responsible for its result. If there are bad results and if there are good results, there is only public, there is the business and the government are responsible for that consequences. Uh, but in the Jumbo Valley scenario, the investors and the government were not responsible for the socially, ethically, as they know that it can put an adverse effect on the base population and on the environment. But after knowing all this, they want to make the sky resort there, which was not ethically responsibility. Last and the least, actually, I am still curious about that project, because if at that time the project was passed by the government and the investors, and the project was not opposed by the local population there, then it will put on grave consequences on the environment and the population of the bears. And today as we know that what will be the consequences of that thing, and today what will be the situations in this what will be the situation in the future if the project was passed at that time. As we know that it will put on grave consequences on that one. And one more thing, that if this project is passed into the future by the government and the investors, then what will be the consequences in the future, and what the government and what the government should make to stop all these type of things into that area, so that they can save the population of the bear and save the environment also.